Shifting focus to West Asia, where conflict seems to be escalating by the hour. And in the very latest, the Israeli army has struck a residential building on the outskirts of Syria's Damascus, killing at least one. As per the Israeli military, this is the same building which acted as a command center of the militant group Palestinian Islamic Jihad. In a 9-minute video released by the Israeli Defense Forces, it shows how the military captured the purported airstrike. It also showed an explosion at the edge of a building, followed by thick plumes of smoke. The Israeli military released video showing strikes on military sites of the former Assad regime in Syria as well. Earlier, Israel's defense minister confirmed that Israel struck 40 military targets overnight in the southern part of Syria. This comes days after Syrian government-linked forces killed hundreds of civilians in a series of revenge attacks. On Wednesday, the Israeli army claimed that 22 fighter jets took part in an attack on southern Syria when it launched more than 60 shells. In a statement, the IDF said, and I quote here, Israeli Air Force fighter jets carried out airstrikes on dozens of targets in southern Syria on Monday, unquote. And it also cited alleged future threats as reason behind the strikes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warns that anyone who threatens Israel will not be spared.
This morning, we attacked an Islamic Jihad headquarters in the heart of Damascus. We did this because we have a clear policy. Whoever attacks us or plans to attack us, we attack them.
Well, as per the Israeli military, the strikes were carried out in multiple waves, targeting approximately 16 sites in total, which included command centers, tanks, weaponry, radar systems and other intelligence gathering equipment. According to Israeli media, the attack has been touted as the largest operation carried out by the Israeli army in Syria since the wave of strikes following the fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime. Also, just a few days ago, Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said that the Israeli army is preparing to stay in Syria for an indefinite period. On the other hand, the Syrian state media had said Israel hit the southern province of Dara, with a war monitor reporting at least 17 strikes in positions of the former Syrian army. Just for context here, after the fall of Assad's regime in December, IDF forces entered the demilitarized zone between Syria and Israel in an attempt to establish a defensive line to protect Israeli settlements near the border. Just last month, Israeli newspaper Haaretz published satellite images revealing that the IDF had established at least 7 new outposts in this zone, from the Syrian Golan Heights in the north to Tel Qudna in the south near the border area of Israel, Syria and Jordan. So IDF has clearly established 16 defense outposts there, and that's not all. Following the Assad regime's collapse, the IDF estimated that it had successfully destroyed about 80% of Syria's strategic military capabilities in over 250 strikes carried out over several days. And how were these attacks executed? Mostly, they were airstrikes, which led to the destruction of much of Syria's air force infrastructure and its assets. And this would also serve not just one, but 2 purposes. As it would aid future attacks on Iran's nuclear facilities, well, from the looks of it, Israel appears to be in a war mode. And going by the scale of attacks, there's no stopping it anytime soon. Now, the question is, with IDF's rapid and steady conquest, is Syria potentially looking at a war? And can West Asia survive another conflict? Coming days will reveal more.